Okay, so nobody's getting the truth from the mainstream media, folks. It's well past time to open your eyes, your ears, and your mind. Do your own research because something isn't right here. And if you can't see that, you are not paying attention, folks.
It's the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order. A world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations.
So let's look at each one of these and see how we can get this down to zero. Probably one of these numbers is going to have to get pretty near to zero. Now that's back from high school algebra, but let's take a look. First, we've got population. The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
The important message that we need Australians to get vaccinated as quickly as possible. In line with that, I do encourage all Australians to please go and book your vaccinations as soon as you can if you haven't already done so.
Emma, get away!
When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
Okay, we need to stand up against this tyranny, folks. Stop giving away your freedoms and liberties, because the more you give up, the more these people will take until you have absolutely nothing left. That's their agenda.
Hi, it's me, Cazz, and we have some very exciting footage. We're going to cross live to Dave at the Wollongong Council meeting.
Of silence, and in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe people talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs that voices never share, and no one dared disturb the sound of silence. Fool said, you do not know. Silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words and I might teach you. Lay my arms and I might reach you. But my words, like silent raindrops fell and echoed in the wells.
So, Dave, obviously it was a really good meeting.
Yeah, what's happening there? Yeah, it went well. I don't know what the hell I've got on my screen, on my camera. We had a bug on my camera.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Yeah, how are you guys? How's the weekend? Hope everyone had a great weekend. It's we seen a lot of Forest of the Fallens. We're going to put them back out tonight. That's what I might be like next week. We had one of the girls come to council and spoke, one of our crew guys, Erica, and she done an absolutely wonderful job as a maybe a prelude into Guru next month, maybe. But she done a wonderful job talking on 5G. Actually got a couple of questions off the councillors, so that good. We give her the old applause, and after she spoke, and the council's slowly getting put on notice here in Wollongong, guys. So thanks to everyone that participated and come down there, and we've got back here to do a show. So the other things on the weekend would be the Gatekeepers Rally. Anyway, so I went up there, guys. As I said, Beck was up there, and Beck's one of ours. So she was given the opportunity to speak. She spoke very well. You've probably seen the clips out on the net there already, probably. But yeah, Beck done us proud, guys. She spoke really well. Thanks to everyone who was up there. Right, for a start, we spoke on the space the night before about the spies, guys, and war spies, and yeah, we had a fair few people up there. I got a grand reception up there. Actually, it was great. There was a lot of people that were very, very nice to me, and very forthcoming. And thank you to everyone that was there that actually recognised me at the One Nation rally. And yeah, it was nice, guys. It was good to see just a lot of us get together. You know, as you said, I'm not supporting One Nation. You know that. I've told Craig that. The stuff on Twitter is true, guys. I told you I had a phone call with Craig. So for Eddington, who is he? Graham
Eddinger.
Graham Eddinger, you're a deal, son. All right, go and get a new game because you're all over here. The ref's giving you a red card, son. You're gone. No, I didn't speak. Elizabeth, I had the chance to speak after the rally finished, but that wasn't why I was there. I was there to, I don't need to take any limelight, mate. I was there to back up Beck and be there for Beck as support, mate, and that's why I was there. And and Craig and the One Nation people knew it. So that other clown, what's his name, Ross Cameron, he wouldn't talk to me. But anyway, everyone else is pretty nice. Anyway, that's because me and Ross have been on a phone call where they sold us out at the rally there, guys. And Cameron was one of the 50K participants. So that's the way things roll. But it was good. We also maybe a couple of us, we're working on it, but we may have picked up a couple more of these trolls, Graham. Okay, and we may be just getting a lot closer to just what their identity is, guys. But anyway, now I've been looking at some other stuff, guys, and just something come along, and I was looking at a Melbourne businessman who actually come out back in the Ukrainian war and that. So then I started to have a look at who he was and what he was, and then I found out that his uncle was a premier down in Melbourne. And these families are all connected, guys. All right, this rot runs from so deep. So then I started doing a bit of research and that on him. I'll give you his name. His name's James Bayless, I think. It's Baillius. Now, he's a businessman. In what got me was that he's backing, right, the Ukraine war, how we've got to do more, this, that, and the other, right? Prominent Melbourne businessman. Here he is here, 54-year-old. But, they got a deep connection with a lot of stuff, because when I go looking, guys, when we go back, we've got his dad involved with Rio Tinto, the Melbourne City Electric Company. We're going back here, guys, the early 1900s and that. This family's been around for a little while, goes back in the 1800s where I've searched, right? And it goes back to Rio Tinto, Dunlop. So what is it? Carlton United Breweries, Dunlop, Rio Tinto, Melbourne City Electric Company, the Herald and Weekly Times, right? And he ensured, this guy's great uncle, ensured that Keith Murdoch got the top job within the media, and son Rupert, right, say no more, took over. So again, guys, this is just a little family here, right? So Ted was the premier, right? And James is the guy that's around now, all right, that's speaking this about helping out Ukraine, and he just needs to be educated, guys. So yeah, James, Baillius. So, yeah, that's an interesting rabbit hole if anyone would like to go down that, guys, because, I just found that quite interesting, bringing out these prominent people where you wouldn't come out and back more dollars to go to Ukraine unless you had an absolute part of an agenda. All right, so let me get back to StreamYard here now. Righto. So a couple of things. The New York Times, guys, has spent years attacking everyone who questioned about the COVID vaccine misinformation, they said. Now they're suddenly reporting on these very issues surrounding the vaccines. Now, look, guys, I've been extremely busy. Everyone's going to find out why. But, listen, I've been extremely busy and haven't had a lot of time to look at all this stuff, okay? But what I do hear is that there's big bombs going down in America, guys. All right, it's getting really hectic, and things are moving along really quick. So I will get some info on that tomorrow when my life slows down a little bit, and try and engage with you tomorrow night on a few things that have happened. Now, Turkey stopped exports to Israel. That's interesting, all right? So we're told they've joined the genocide case in the ICC against Israel, all right? And we were told that Turkey would flip against NATO. You know, we did say that a while ago, guys. I said, Turkey, keep your eye on Turkey. Keep your eye on Turkey, I told you. Right, but this is really hard to predict times. But here we go. Turkey is doing the tip. So, you know, it's all happening out there, guys. Now, we've had the largest floating solar panel farm actually wiped out. So, again, guys, we're showing that this energy that they've got out there is just absolutely ridiculous. And again, Erica, if you're home by now watching the show, darling, great job. Well done. Thank you for coming and representing the Wollongong people in council. And, guys, next week or next month, we want to fill that council chambers, all right? We had a good lot of people there today. We applauded her and it all went well. But, yeah, we want to fill that chamber next month, guys, all right? And I'll see if I can't get a show. And, yeah, they can question me on a couple of topics if they like. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. See if I can actually get approved to talk first. That would be interesting. All right, Cazzo, where are you, darling? Thanks for that intro. That was brilliant.
Very good. Look, let's just get this out of the way first. We've got a heap of, this is by the Aligned Councils. Monday, May 6th, hoist your Aussie flag day. Tuesday, drain cash. Wednesday, email your federal MP. Put out the trash on Thursday. Friday is attend your federal members' office. Saturday is International Press Conference and Sunday is Letterbox Day. So that's what's going on at the moment.
And just on council, Cazz, because I just remembered something too. We were told, or our girl Erica was told, to get this information to Alison Byrne Scully. We were told that at the council chamber. So council's trying to flick the ball out the back line already. You know, you need to go and see your local member. Well, that's who I approached on the video, guys. It went, around. Okay, so I think that we all need to help Erica and send an email off to the Labor Party in Wollongong, Alison Byrne Scully, and send your favourite clip on geoengineering, 5G, poison foods. Look, the list goes on, guys. Pick anything in the environment, find your topic and send them the link, okay? Let them know just how drastic this is. Let's give them a whole wide range. So that's supposed to go down on Wednesday. Is that what you're saying by the calendar, Cazz? That's a Wednesday email day? I think.
Yeah, sorry.
Email your local whoever.
Yeah, that's Wednesday. Email your federal MP.
Okay, guys. All right, let's do all these activities, all right? They're on the website, but let's get ready and get prepared now for our Wednesday. You know what I mean? Email out, guys. All right? Everyone into their local council, send stuff in, guys, right? The best clips that you think you've got that make sense. And be nice.
All right, guys, let's kick off with this. This is Beck on Saturday. Well done, Beck.
Weather has been, we'll say, crap. So thank you to every single one of you that made the effort to come out here and fight for a common cause against a common enemy. Now, I could come up here and I could preach to the choir and tell you all a bunch of stuff that you already know, but there's no point. So what is the digital ID bill meant to be used for? According to a tweet by Katie Gallagher, the Albanese Labor government is making it easier, simpler and more secure for you to access government services online. What happened last time they made this claim? The personal information and data of millions of Australians was compromised from the COVID Safe app. Clearly this shows us that we cannot trust our government with large amounts of data stored in the one spot.
All right, we'll leave it there. Sorry, Beck, but we've got heaps to get through tonight.
Yeah, she's done a brilliant job, man. She spoke really well for us, guys. Really well.
But that's available on the Stop the Rot website, guys, if you want to go and see the full clip, and I recommend that you do. All right, so now Melbourne had their digital ID rally as well. Along with that, we had Forest of the Fallen. This one's in
Everything is going to plan. Everything is going to plan.
And Billboard Christmas in Melbourne and Sydney.
Keep me in line.
You had 7 cops come.
Yeah.
And then, what, 8 of them? Yeah. 2 police vans, 8 police officers.
Well, it's not my record.
All right, that clip is also available on the website. All of these are available on the Stop the Rot website, guys. So
And Beck done an
I-
interview with him as well, and he's going to come on the show when he gets back to Canada, and he's back in Canada now, guys. So I'll give him a couple of days, and then he wouldn't entertain me while he was on Australian soil. He wouldn't come on our show, but he was prepared to after he gets back to Canada. Does that say something, guys? Does that say something? Anyway, yeah, he done a good job. Well done, Chris. Yeah.
This is Rowan Atkinson versus the E-Safety Commissioner Karen.
The most precious thing in life is the right to express yourself freely.
Hi, my name is Julian Grant and I'm Australia's E-Safety Commissioner.
Just below the need to sustain life itself.
It is the first government agency of its kind in the world.
Has created a society of an extraordinarily authoritarian and controlling nature.
And since starting our work, we have grown, both in size and in vision.
That is censoriousness of the most intimidating kind.
We recognize that online safety is a global issue.
That is what you might call the new intolerance, a new but intense desire to gag uncomfortable voices of dissent.
Proactive technical solutions to prevent harms.
Is the replacement of one kind of intolerance with another, which to me doesn't represent any kind of progress at all.
And then we can go to the search engines such as Google or Bing to really minimize the amount of content the Australians can see.
What Sir Salman Rushdie refers to as the outrage industry. Self-appointed arbiters of the public good, encouraging media-stoked outrage.
To really minimize the amount of content the Australians can see.
The strongest weapon against hateful speech is not repression, it is more speech.
I look forward to seeing the final solution.
The final solution. I remember when Fraser Anning said that and everyone freaked out. You know, I found it terrifying that he actually said that. Now, look, we've had an interesting development with this, with actually Stan Grant's wife. So, yeah, listen to this one.
There is a big debate now about what goes on X and whether we should be doing more regulating of the internet. What's your view? I don't agree with any kind of censorship in a general sense.
Fascinating.
I don't think Elon Musk is contributing to any social cohesion split inside this country.
This billionaire is prepared to go to court fighting for the right to sow division.
I think our media, our mainstream media, is doing enough of that.
It shows how this bloke is. That's what it shows.
I think our politicians do enough of that.
The question that Australians will be asking in this referendum is a very simple one.
When you talk about people being able to have different perspectives and different points of views, and it's okay to have that, and yet we don't see that in politics ever.
The Act, which came into effect in January 2022, gives eSafety the power to take down harmful content.
We don't see it in mainstream media. We see this absolute divide to the point where people are starting to think that when they read in the newspaper that it's unsafe for women to walk down the street in this country, people start believing it.
Yeah, I think you've had your say.
When we read reports walk down the street, I know lots of women that are not too afraid to walk down the street. I know there's a lot of men who have our backs. You know, that is the society we live in.
All right, so there you go.
Mate.
Well
yeah,
done.
look, it's a clown show out there, guys, but the clown show's unfolding. All right.
It is.
So thank you to Central Coast for playing a big part in what's going on up there, guys. You know, we don't know whether you watch the show or not, but yeah, there's some night trippers up there, you know, doing laps in and out off the coast up there, guys. And yeah, we'd just like to say good day. Thank you.
All right. Now, Dale Holmes has actually very cleverly put out this TikTok, and it's really self-revealing. So let's have a look at that.
Agents presently employed or seconded as journalists in this country, or with journalist organisations in this country?
Well, I don't talk about how we do our work and the capability we would use to do that.
So that's a yes?
No, it's not. It's a no comment. With respect, I wouldn't answer that in a public forum. The reason why I don't answer such capability questions in a public forum is whilst everything we do is lawful, and subject to independent oversight, what we do and how we do
You nearly choked me
has
then.
to remain
Everything we do is
secret, because that's
lawful.
how our targets, our adversaries, actually, they think what we do is impossible, and therefore we're successful to get the intelligence that actually stops and reduces threats to security.
I don't know if people remember that Russia put out, the Russian government put out a report about a year ago, and they named all the Australian journalists and other heads that are banned from entering Russia. Now, Russia has a history of locking up journalists, and they're not journalists. They're ASIO spies, so have a look at the Russians. You know who the ASIO agents are in Australia.
Make them famous, guys. And ASIO does nothing wrong, Caz. They don't, I asked the question, they don't try and manipulate 14-year-old kids into, being jihadists or anything like that. I don't think they'd ever do anything like that, really, would they?
No, of course not.
No, of course not. We can believe our mate Mike Burgess. He wouldn't lie to us, Mike. We've even been told by the police commissioner, come to the police for your information. Don't go anywhere else. Well, mate, if you're listening to Mike, he must be right on, because he's right up the top of our ASIO there. So thanks for the info, Mike. You're a legend.
All right. Now, our mate Cafe Lockdown, he's put together this with Albo's voice and the visual images.
And just as I left Parliament House during the demonstration that was held a couple of years ago, I'm proud to be here with women, men, boys and girls saying we want violence against women and children to stop. To be clear, we did ask to speak, myself and Katie, and were told that that wasn't possible, and that's fine. I respect the organisers' right to do that. We're here today to demand that governments of all levels must do better, including my own, including every state and territory government.
You were called a liar. How does that sit with you?
Look, I'm focused on the issue, Carl. It was an emotional day for people, and get that. What is an emotional issue, because women were saying yesterday, enough is enough.
Police dragged Natalie Benet from her car after she repeatedly refused to hand over her licence. Beauty salon owner was handcuffed.
Who could I be? Osama bin Laden? Who am I going to be?
That's your police force, guys. And your Prime Minister, you know what I mean? And everything in between. Yeah, this is where your country's got to. All right. And what they done to us, guys, this country's going to be, anyway. Yeah, what they done to us was not right. All right. And anyway, let's go, guys.
None of it's okay.
None of it's okay. It's bullshit.
None of it's okay,
You want to harm one Australian person, you confront me. any Australian person. Doesn't matter who it is. All right. We're looking after each other. It's where we go one, we go all, guys. All right. And I do feel you're about to link arms and take a strong walk forward. Okay. Right.
All right. Now we have a really unusual situation. What's that doing there? Thank you to whichever legend put that up there too.
Well done, Helen. We know who you are. We know. We got our spies out there every guy of ours. We infiltrated One Nation on the weekend like brilliant spies that you are, guys. It was unreal. I tell you, you know, there's probably more people. I shouldn't say that, but to be funny, I probably got more of a rousing reception up in Sydney than what Craig Kelly got, guys. Seriously. It was everywhere I went in the crowd. People were saying g'day, giving me a cuddle. It was beautiful. I loved it. You know, so that just shows how many people we have got up there that, you know, are appreciative of our work. Whether they were One Nation voters or not, I don't know. All right, but I'm just going to keep talking the truth, guys. I'll talk to anyone. All right, but I'll also tell you the truth. I don't trust them. But thanks to you girls that went out and got all our signs in the background and got it. It was beautiful. Yep.
All right. We also have a Forest of the Fallen. I'm not sure where this one is, but it's been set up on the side of what looks like a highway. Well done to whoever did that. We've also got this. These Free Australia feeding a nation food and electricity, fish farms and power stations. Free Australia across what looks like somebody's roof, and power frequently stations. Yeah, so Travelling Australia, somebody else with some notes there as well. So very interesting. So
yeah, well done. Excellent. Excellent. Whoever's out there doing that, guys, I know who it is, but yeah, well done, people. Thank you very much.
Now, we've got a really big problem for those of you that like climbing mountains. Apparently, they're putting too much pressure on the mountain. The court limits Everest climbing permits. So
well, you can't have that many people. Yeah, that's right, Cash. You can't have that many footprints going up a mountain without the mountain maybe collapsing.
I'm seeing headlines I obviously never thought I'd see. And then this one. Now there's this thing where this orangutan in the wild applied medicinal plant to heal its own injuries. Well, and biologists are actually amazed by it. No, animals know which things to do. That's why a dog, when it's sick, it will go and eat grass.
Yeah.
You know, like a dog that's bitten by a snake will go and lie in the mud. That's how a lot of the natives in countries learnt medicinal herbs, was through the animals. But they're making out like this is some sort of incredible thing. So I'm seeing all of these really. I know, but I'm just blown away by a lot of this stuff at the moment. So headlines that I'm seeing. Now, the banks. We've talked a lot about the banks printing money. Okay, now this guy, I can't remember his name, but he is one of the. I think he might even be on the Federal Reserve. I'll have to go and look it up. But anyway, listen to this. Somebody's actually asked the question.
The U.S. government can't go bankrupt because we can print our own money.
It obviously begs the question, why exactly are we borrowing in a currency that we print ourselves? I'm waiting for someone to stand up and say, why do we borrow our own currency in the first place?
Like you said, they print the dollar. So why does the government even borrow?
Well, again, some of this stuff gets, some of the language that some of the language and concepts are just confusing. I mean, the government definitely prints money, and it definitely lends that money, which is why the government definitely prints money, and then it lends that money by selling bonds. Is that what they do? They sell bonds. Yeah, they sell bonds, right? Because they sell bonds and people buy the bonds and lend them the money. Yeah, so a lot of times, at least to my ear with MMT, the language and the concepts can be kind of unnecessarily confusing, but there is no question that the government prints money and then it uses that money to, I guess I can't really talk. I don't get it. I don't know what they're talking about. Like, cause it's like the government clearly prints money. It does it all the time, and it clearly borrows Otherwise, we wouldn't be having this debt and deficit conversation. So I don't think there's anything confusing there.
Yeah, for real or what?
It's almost like you think it's satire or something. It's like, I was like, what? What is going on here?
Yeah.
So now the water, we've talked a lot about the water and not actually taking, drinking what's in the tap water. And look at what's come out. High rates of forever chemical found in Aussie tap water.
Yep.
So there's there's chemicals in there that have been declared carcinogenic. And Australia's tap water at 140 times the maximum level that is considered safe in the USA. It's just unreal. Like, these people are just out of control, you know?
They are. They are. It's crazy, guys. This is what another thing we're pushing. Listen, all the stuff, right? We've got the Jake's sorry, I shouldn't say Jake's. Do you know website up there now, guys? Get these brochures and pamphlets. We infiltrated so hard, mate. Bergsworth was up there whacking out all of My Place things, and other people are out there whacking out John Wilson. So the whole One Nation thing just got infiltrated by the rest of the freedom movement. It was great to see, guys. You know, you got to laugh about it. You know what I mean? All's fair in love and war. My mum's always told me that, you know, and yeah, I gives us a lesson on infiltration the night before in the space. So, yeah, well done, everyone. I thought it was brilliant. And we done it with a smile on our face, and we didn't care, and we were in their face. But we done it nicely and beautifully. You know what I mean?
All right. So, look, the CIA, this comedian, it is satire, guys. It's a comedian. He's put out a statement about the CIA.
The CIA withholding information from the former president Donald Trump while in office and spying on him then and now are absolutely false. You know, I don't think we should use the word claims because they're not claims. Our program manager is literally on tape singing like a bird. So change that part. Okay. Let us be clear. The CIA was in no way involved in impeaching the former president Donald Trump. That's not even in the video. The fuck would you bring that up? Make sure to don't mention things that we have done but we're not accused of. Wake up, people. Just because the CIA murdered a sitting president 50 years ago, okay, is this a confession session? Because the more we go on, the worse it gets. I don't know. I'm not sure what this is. Just focus. In no way has the CIA ever been involved in child trafficking operations. Okay, that's
He's really very brilliant. He really, really does a good job. So, yeah.
I love it. Well, that's what we got to do, guys. We got to laugh at these guys because they're just a bunch of friggin' morons, mate. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Anyway, as I say, yeah, we know what's going on in the background.
We've got a lot of. We're at 23. I'll try and get through this. But look, the gators have been put into the Rio Grande. So what they've done is they've actually transported them from Florida and put alligators into the river to stop the illegals crossing. So that's one bit of news.
That's good. That's brilliant.
They're calling them
outside the square.
Yeah, they're calling them gator guards.
Unreal. I love it. Hey, guys, share the show out there. Now just hit it again. Just everyone get it out. So it's going to get out there. But, yeah, that's unreal. Gator guards. I love it.
Yeah.
Maybe we can give them some Crocs. You know what I mean? And, yeah, because, you know, maybe there's some bigger fellas. We need some Crocs in there to, like, you know, take out the big guys. Them alligators are only, like, half pints, mate.
So, and we've also got this situation where Russia is actually deporting
that are in Russia on the orders from Putin.
Russia reportedly carrying out these mass deportations of migrants on multiple locations. Here, check out this. So here's a bunch of different locations going into the airports here. You can see the military.
Yeah, really? So Russia's basically, they've had terrorist attacks. They're basically getting rid of all of their illegals. And then you've also got this unusual one. This is from Vancouver, and it looks like a military operation in downtown Vancouver.
the masses have got to start to be asking questions. Now the operations are hitting, yeah.
Well, that's the other thing that I was actually going to bring in, because this guy here, this is not uncommon now.
May or may not be signed, your Commander-in-Chief, Donald J. Trump. So I just found out that I can actually legally share top secret information on TikTok. All you have to say, or all I have to say, is it maybe says or it maybe not says. I'm neither confirming nor denying what I could or could not be reading. So with that being said, I may or may not be reading a top secret letter. So here we go. It may or may not say, Dear Corporal James Hong, thank you for your service in the past. I'm not going to read this full first paragraph. It's a bunch of fluff, pretty much thanking me for my past service. We are in dire need of Marines to help defend the Constitution of the United States of America. Therefore, you have been involuntarily recalled. Please report to recruiting substation. I'm not going to read it because I don't want to put all my personal information out there. You are to report by May 31st, 2024 at 0700 hours. If you don't know what that means, that's military time, 7 o'clock a.m. But this is the part that trips me out. It's signed, may or may not be signed, your Commander-in-Chief, Donald J. Trump. I thought Biden was our president.
Well.
Yeah, Dave.
Well, look, as I said, I've been getting rumblings in my ear, guys, but I just haven't had the time. All right, it's been a crazy weekend. All right, and I mean crazy. So, yeah, we know things are going down in more places than one, guys. All right, but yeah, it's a happening thing out there. Get ready, hang on to your hat. You're gonna find out some things you're not gonna want to believe, and some things that mate, you're gonna want to believe. So, yeah, I do believe that you will believe what's going down. There you go. Believe.
All right. Now, I just really wanted to fit this one in. Well, actually, there's two I wanted to fit in. But anyway, we'll probably get time for one. So this is just so super cool. And I have never even thought of it this way.
This is white. This is light brown. That's tan. This is white. This is light brown. That's tan. This is white. This is dark brown. Okay? This is a lighter brown. This is a lighter brown. Humanity is brown. We are all brown. There is no white or black people. We are all different shades of melanin.
How cool is that?
Cool.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it is.
That is so cool. All right,
what you need is a great big mountain pot. Remember that? Big enough to take the world and what it's got. And we put them all in there and we stir it for a big long time and we pour out coffee-coupled people by the score. We're all the same. And that's what the essence of a song is, guys. We're all the same. We all bleed red, except the reptilians. They bleed blue.
All right. Let's just we haven't done enough on the language, okay? But the language is really important. So this lady actually looks at the etymology of language.
I look up the meaning of words. I use an etymology dictionary, not a standard dictionary. The etymology is the word's origin. In my opinion, from where words are spells, and a spell cannot be reversed unless you do an exorcism, the original meaning of a word sticks. I could be wrong on that, but that's just intuitively what I feel. So, the word bully means sweetheart, lover, or brother in an etymology dictionary. In a standard dictionary today, it says someone that causes intentional harm. But if it actually means brother, sweetheart, or lover, if we go around and say, don't bully, stop bullying, what we're actually saying is stop being a brother, stop being a lover, stop being a sweetheart. It's the inversion of what we think that we're saying. Same thing with the word nice. It means foolish, silly, or stupid. So if we say have a nice day, we're saying have a stupid day. It's not coincidence. Or maybe it is, but coincidence is pre-planning.
Too true.
So yeah,
This is what they've done to us, guys. Yeah.
yeah, and it doesn't matter whether you believe it or not. This is what they believe.
They do.
They believe that they need to cast spells on us so that we actually curse ourselves. Okay,
Yeah.
so they change the language. They change the meanings of language and stuff.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, raped, pillaged, and plundered our language as well as our lands and our people, guys. That's what they've done.
that's it. All right, Dave, you wrap up. I've got a great outro.
Okay, well, we're gonna have a space on tonight, guys, for a couple of hours. Won't go for too much overtime and that, but we'll get a couple of hours in. So, look, yeah, just keep your head on a swivel, guys. All right, we've had more stabbings. We've had a kid shot over in Western Australia, right, because he had a knife, right, and apparently the 2 tasers they hit him with just didn't happen to work, or so, you know, when he got up and ran, the cop had to shoot him and, you know, drop him. I mean, I don't know, but, you know, we know that they're trained. We've talked to people. We know they're trained to hit the kill shot, guys. But I'll tell you what, I think in future training, I think we should have to hit a shoulder shot or a knee shot because, you know, it's just not on. You know what I mean? So, look, guys, there's a lot going down. Okay, I'm going to catch up on a bit of stuff for you tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, I'll invite Wogpog over to space tonight. We'll see if we can find out, or if anyone's got Canadian friends, invite them into the space when I light it up, guys. See if we can get them over there and tell us what's going on in Canada. Because, yeah, we've heard there's a bit going on with the military and that. So that's happening around this country too, guys. All right. So thanks for the weekend. Thanks for all the Forest of Fallens. People turning up at the rally too. What? Infiltrate and be spies and back Beck freedom. That's what it was all about, guys. Thanks very much.
Jump the done, deep dozing.
It's your boy, Big Tutor.
And it's your boy, Eddie Lutz Jonas. We got a song for you.
Every day 1984 with the World Economic Forum. Don't forget to mention social credits implementing the score. If you're kicked out, then you poor. Card get declined at the store. They got us divided and fighting, distracting us from the war. Poison our food in our water, confusing our sons and our daughters. You'll own nothing and be happy, convincing you less is more. Controlling the population, creating an impatient nation. Have you complacent and placing the trusting government agency. What George Orwell had written today is no longer fiction. They implemented a system that put us all in a prison. Watch weed and bugs in a pod, not taking care of your body. No religion and worshiping government and not God.
Big brother, we don't love you no more. Big brother, we can't trust you no more. They keep on pulling and pushing until they all end up wishing, and now we can't take no more. Big brother, every day 1984.
Government tracking our phones, everything we eat GMO. They got us all driving electric control everywhere that you go. I ain't riding with Biden and I ain't trusting Trudeau. But in fact, all these politicians, the web placed around the globe. Taxing our carbon emissions, they don't want you guarding your children. They don't want you having no knowledge, they want us all in the prison. Gender confusing the youth, their agenda is proof. I don't trust these fact checkers every time they censor the truth. How we overpopulated if our birth rate is shrinking. Go ahead, ignore your instincts, morals right down the sink. All the freedoms that you thought you had, they're gone in a blink. Sir, you're under arrest, you've had too much to think.
Big brother, we don't love you no more. Big brother, we can't trust you no more. They keep on pulling and pushing until they all end up wishing, and now we can't take no more. Big brother, every day 1984.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there.